Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today I just wanted to show you guys what's inside my planner. So for this coming year I decided to do something different. I've been purchasing some planners the past couple years, but I do not really end up using them like fully like how I would love to use them. And that's because there's just certain things that in the planners that I just do not really find a use for, and it's just kind of like a little hard to keep up with it as the days go by in our homeschool. But yeah, so this time I would like to be more intentional in writing in the planner and keeping things in track. And also I try to do it this time more like I wanted to add more things that I feel that I think that I'm gonna be using that is better for my needs, instead of like wasting, I guess, pages that I know I'm probably won't be using. And I'm just gonna probably be adjusting as I go, and there's gonna be things in the planner what that I got like ideas from other planners. I know planners in general are very similar, so I don't know where everything, if there's any original, I'm not sure, but everything comes from like different things that I see in different planners that like, oh, I like how that looks, or I wanted to add that in this. So that's where everything comes from. So yeah, so this is the design that I chose. I love flower patterns and all the stuff. So for this planner, yeah, that's me. So in here I put this in here. I was thinking of later on probably adding like a little page where I put like what is our vision, and in here I just want to write like what is our vision, how would like our homeschool year to look like for the coming school year, and things like that. In here I want to do like our why, and what would children gain, and things. And over here I would just do like like a verse, or like maybe a word or a phrase that you kind of like wanna like go with in the beginning of your school year. Like for example, for me, maybe this year I want to use more like simplicity, and try to like work my schedule or my routine to just try to be more simple, or actual, like another word would be like more intentional, like of our what we do and things like that. And here I want to do like what are our priorities as a family. And over here is our calendar. Now for the calendar, I'm still not sure if this layout is something that I will probably like to keep working on, because I have this other calendar that I printed out from this website, and she does this for free, so you can just go and print it out. It's a papertraildesign.com. These are for free. You can just download it. So in this, like I like this because I'm able to like plan out like our homeschool year, like maybe things that we have certain days, like when are we gonna be taking any breaks, or when are we gonna be starting and when we're gonna be ending, and things like that. So as you can see, I already have kind of like a schedule, like what days we're gonna be taking off and what days we're gonna be starting in here, and things like that. So one thing that I wanted to say is that we follow a school year calendar, because we have registered with this funding program here in Indiana, and they're new, and I really like. I registered my kids for last semester, and I really liked. It wasn't that complicated. like another one that I registered, and I honestly quit with that one because it was too much that they were requiring. But this one, it was more flexible. Now when it comes, I don't know if you guys already know, but when it comes to if you want to get some funding, I'm not sure in other states, but in here the funding is like they get like private funding, but you are required to take the testings, like the states that require like the standardized testing. Now for me, before I used to have a certain opinion about those, but now honestly, I have changed, and I do not really see a problem with my kids taking those tests. And for me, I try to see the bigger picture of the importance of like why we're even trying to get the funding. And for us, for my family, for my kids, and for our homeschool, that's what it works, and I'm able to provide even more for my kids with those funding. So to us, I see that as a blessing, and if the kids needs to take those tests, then that's what they're gonna do, and that's fine. So anyways, moving on. So for that, they have their own schedule that they follow. So in that, I just need to try to get the days, the important days that they have. I had to read. I didn't notice that it wasn't recording the video. So where I left that in the video was that we follow this schedule from our funding program that we are registered under, and I just put like the dates where it begins, and just try to keep in track these dates. That way I'm able to submit like their learning logs every week when it's needed, and that would just count as their attendance, which is not that hard. And besides that, then I also need to keep track like any dates when they're gonna be required to take any testings and things like that. So is that, but besides this, I do follow my own schedule or my own calendar, because I do plan to like homeschool all year round, because I'll be trying something different this school year when it comes to our schedule, like how we're gonna be doing our subjects, and it may take a little bit longer to finish that subject, but it will give us more like more time throughout the day to to get done for that is for the day, for the work in that day. Sorry, I cannot really talk right now. Okay, so that's the schedule. Maybe I'll go over this on another video. And for this is just a year in a glance. Like if there's anything that we have scheduled for the month, I'll just put it in here. And this is just the curriculums where the kids will be taking extracurriculum stuff. We don't really do extracurriculums because like our days are very busy as it is. So I'm very mindful when it comes to having my kids do extra activities. I would like them to do maybe some sort of like maybe a sport or some sort of like kind of like something activity that will require them to be more like physically active. Like either way, that's something that they need. But honestly, when they go outside then play, they're already getting their physical activity like that. But I wanted to like maybe try this year and start looking more into like maybe having them do some sort of sport. For my oldest two, I was thinking maybe they could do some like it's not track, it's cross and country. But I will see. And for my little one, I still don't think I want to have him in any sort of sports yet, like officially. I feel like like in my opinion, like it's okay to wait for them to be a little older to do that. I know my oldest is 11, and then I have my 8-year-old. He's gonna be 9 in September. But so yeah, and my little one, he just turned 5. But for something that I would like him to do, because he seems to be like kind of like interested in that, and that could be either soccer maybe or baseball, but it will be honestly not the ones that I think you call them like recreational, which is just like I don't want him to be like in competitions, if that makes sense. Like, I know how that works. I have seen families where their kids are in sports and so many activities, and practically that is their life, you know. And if, I mean, no offense to anybody, but if that's what you like and your kids like that and enjoy that, that's good for you. But that's not what we want to do for our family. We don't want our kids extra activities to practically control our time, because we have other things that we would like to do. And yeah, so that's that. So extracurriculars, and this is our co-op classes. We do co-op on Thursdays, and we've been going to this co-op for the past 2 years, and we really enjoy it. And for this, they do 24 weeks for the school year, and they divide it 12 weeks for the first and 12 weeks for the second semester. And for that day, they take 4 classes. So once everything is ready and is set up, there will be a day to have them register, and then I will, if I'm able to make it, because it's like kind of like whoever registers first, that's where you put your child in that class, okay? So if I make it into the classes that I think they're gonna like, or they tell me they want to be part of, then that's where I will write here the classes they're taking, and what semester and things like that. So this is just information, like login information. If there's any website that I need to keep like information on, I would just put it here. And the same is here for an app or like any other website and things like that. So this is our field trip log. Read aloud. I plan to put here like a picture of the cover of the books. That way I know which books we have been reading, and not just give it like a little rating, whether it was good or it was okay, or maybe it was like, you know, so and things like that. So over here, this is a lesson tracker. In here I would just put like the subject or curriculum that we're doing, and we'll just keep the lessons that we have done here. So as of now, we have been done on lesson 8. For our language arts, I just haven't written it there. So for this is our cleaning. I do wanna be more intentional with like having my kids clean and just do the things that they need to do. So in here, this is more like a daily task, like things that they should be doing already on their daily basis, which is making the bed, change clothes, brush their teeth. And I'll probably have my son help me wash dishes, you know, once per day at least. And then I'll have my other one do, I don't know, other stuff. Could be clean table, or maybe vacuuming the floors or things like that. The little one can probably pick up toys, or, you know, all that. And in here are weekly tasks. So in this is more like I was thinking like dividing our house into areas that we're gonna be focusing on each week, and then you call it zones. So for the zone 1 could be like bedroom. So we're just gonna focus this whole week to clean kind of like to do like a deep cleaning of the bedrooms, and that could be like maybe 20-30 minutes a day, like focusing on that. Like honestly, it doesn't have to really be 30 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just to make sure we clean that area well. So for this right here, this is, I wanted to have like a visual, like I really like to have things in front of me, that way I can look at them and see how they look, or how it could look in the future, or like have an idea to plan, right? So this is kind of like just like a 3-year education plan, and here I have my oldest, he's gonna be going into 5th grade, and this is what he will be working on right now in his language arts CLE level 3. So if once he gets done with that this year, then he will be moving to 4, and then he will be moving to 5. And I will do like the same with math, science, history, or any other stuff that he will be working on, just to keep like track and things like that. So in here I have the same thing for my 8-year-old, and then for my kindergarten. And this is just like a quarter planning for 1st and 2nd quarter, things like that. And this is just a little DIY little packet that I did. I mean, it's not the best thing, but I just wanted something that I could pop in here, and that way I can keep papers inside. So yeah, I mean, it works. And this is just our attendance, and this is for the month of June, how it looks. And this is just like for the week, thoughts for this week, grade for 4, what am I praying for, our priorities. This is just like a weekly rhythm of how our day looks. When do we usually want to start our school? I would like to start between 9 to 9:30. That's 9:30 is the latest. That way I can keep track of like what we do in the morning and what we do in the afternoon and things like that. And this is just appointments, to-do list, and just like a little note here that you can write what went well, challenges, something sweet this week, next week focus, extra notes if you need some. And here, this is just our meal planning, like for me, what I would like to our meals, what I would like to do. And that way already it helps me to have an idea, because honestly sometimes it's just so hard to think about what exactly we're gonna eat, or what do I need to make. So this helps to like do in advance, that way I don't have to think about it really in the week. And this is our kind of like a quick what we have done in the week. And in here, like in case I do not want to write down every lesson plan, I know there's some people, more moms, that like that, and that's what works for them. But sometimes I honestly do not need to keep track every single day what lesson they did, or what is it that they did. Like so honestly sometimes I just want to be like, for language arts, did we do language arts for Monday? Yes. We did it for Tuesday, yes. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So just like that, they did their math. We didn't do math on Tuesday. Leon he didn't do it on Tuesday. He did. And then did independent reading and things like that, right? And I just put the extra subjects down here, any highlights. That's just like a quick way for me to put that check mark on, like, yeah, they did their language arts, they got their reading done, and things like that. So if I want something more like more in detail, that's why I did this, like the weekly lesson plans. Like for family subjects, we were doing Brave Writer, read chapter 1 of the book, and that's just how, that's like our family subjects, and this is just like individual things that they were doing for them. And that just looks the same. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday right here. Okay, and then over here, as you can see, I really stop here, but yeah, so that's just the same thing throughout the month. And then once we're done with the month, I'll just do the monthly reflections, what worked, what didn't work, any changes. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just gonna say like we dropped Brave Rider, but we are continuing to read the book though. So yeah, that's just something that I want to say. And here's just July, and it's the same layout. The month you get here for the week, weekly rhythm, notes, meal planning, the quickly overview, and then we have the weekly lesson plans if you need that extra space to keep track of those things right there. And then the monthly, then we have August and so on. Okay, so for this, let's see, and here it kind of ends our 9 weeks, like kind of like around there. So once our 9 weeks end, let me show you something. Oh, it's over here. 9 weeks will end by October. So once the 9 weeks end, this is like a quarterly reflection for the first quarter. What worked well, what didn't work, what we want to change, important highlights. And in here, I just want to do like my kids' progression on like how they have progress with, let's say, with his reading, or with like learning his subtractions or things like that, and any favorite books that we have read for those first 9 weeks. And then it goes to the same November. So it's just the same thing, right? There. So this is just from June to December, and then once we're done in December, I plan to print out and for the new upcoming like months. And this is just my little for me, just like a self check-in, like books that I want to read. There's books that I want to read. There's so many. And there's books that I'm reading right now, and books that I have read. So I'm working through that. And in here is just any projects that I have for myself. And then my priorities, any hobbies that I like, any hobbies will be, I like to draw, so that's something that I would like to do more of whenever I get some chance. My priorities, my one priority will be, one of the main things is to exercise. For me, my workouts are very important for myself, for like how I feel, like for my mental health. That's just something that I need to do for myself. So that's for me, always working out. That's one of my top priorities, to get that done in the day. And this is just extra notes, reading log, and in here is just future curriculum plans. Like maybe if there's any changes that I probably decided to do, then I just write it down here. Like maybe there's something like, I was like, maybe we should go a different route with this curriculum and or with this subject, so I just write it down here. So that's that. And yeah, that is all that I wanted to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll be doing a separate video more with like when it comes to like our schedule, or like what I said that I plan to do, my plan, right? Because sometimes it's not always gonna go as what I planned, but that's the idea. So yeah, so you guys I hope you guys enjoy that again, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.